Welcome, celestial beings. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. This is going to be a general reading for the collective, so not all messages are going to resonate with everybody, and that's okay. Just take what fits and leave the rest. Just know that there's some interesting things in the description box, and if you want to support the channel, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Just know when the camera was off, I done all the things, and now that the camera is on, I am ready to get down to business. So let's talk about it. I'm speaking with my ear is ringing really bad. Okay, I'm speaking to a collective, or those in the collective. Okay, you are not letting anything stop you from going after your dreams, making things happen for you. I feel like that for some of my collective, you're in an era of trying to grow, trying to expand, wanting more, want to venture out more, want to make new connections, want to make new partnerships, but you want to do it your way, under your terms, not being restricted or bound by a bunch of rules, a bunch of rules, trying to go around authority figures, or it's like some stagnant energy with authority, you know what I'm saying? And people not wanting to try new things, do things a different way, to allow you to be creative, to allow you to expand, to allow you to grow. It's like these people feel like that they have you under their thumb and you're going to do it their way or no way. No way, it's our way or the highway, type situation. But you have a vision, right? You see things on a different scale, on a grander scale, a different type of way. You're living in a different type of reality. I feel like that this is a clash of age differences. We might be dealing with some boomers, in this situation, whether that can be your parents, your bosses, teachers, co-workers, things of that nature. So it's like the older generation is not getting where you're coming from. They don't see it the way you see it, but it feels like that things do need to change in order for there to be growth, in order for it to be beneficial and profitable and things like that. I do feel like that you're very good at what you do. You're skillful, again, creative. You can come up with some great ideas, and you have the talent. I feel like that this collective is definitely talented, okay? And you got a lot to offer. How do we convince these people to see your value, to see your worth, and to actually see that what you could bring to the table? There is something that you are worried about per se in regards to this. I don't know if you're worried about maybe missing out or losing, and this could be financial or something like that, before you're ready to step out and do this yourself, or something of that nature. But there is something that you are worried about, and I really feel like that it is tied to this older energy, or outdated energy, outdated thought processes, and programs and stuff like that. This could be computer programs, this could be technical programs, something like that. It's outdated. It's outdated and it no longer works. And I don't understand why whomever needs to, especially like if this is in a business, we know old and outdated. You got to get with the times, right? And it just feels like that there's some refusal here. Even if this is not a business, it's still like we're in a different time. Things are done differently now. Like, catch up with us type energy. So let me confirm and clarify the energy that's down here. But if they do let you show all that you have to offer, they're going to be impressed. Like, why am I here? Isn't this what you got me for in the first place? I don't know. It's weird. So let's do this. Nope, friend. They want to hold on to this. as I mix up all the cards. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. Ooh, they doubling down on their energy. Like, what are you talking about? Here you are again. Messages that we have for the collective. They would just let you show them. Oh my gosh. Dang it. Dang it. Again, why are you here, right? If they can't see the value and the benefit of investing in you, why are you here, right? Okay, so look, that energy, they hanging on. They hanging on to their beliefs. They hanging on to what they feel like works, and it they are down here, okay? But that's okay. Your energy is like, hold up, I'm the star. This is she talking about me. No, but for real, whatever the situation is pertaining to, because they are so stuck in their ways of doing things, and it's just like they won't take any oh don't give them no feedback. Oh my god. But it's just they're not open to new. They're not open to change. Okay, change terrifies them, okay? Change terrifies them. And this may not be you worrying. This is more than likely them worrying about trying to incorporate some change. Change is definitely, it's necessary and it needs to be done. I feel like you're the person that can get it done. You're the person that's going to do it. We got to convince the elders to get on board. You got people waiting to work with you. You even got opportunities and offers. Are you waiting on another opportunity or offers? So like if this comes through before, whomever get it together, you may be moving on to something newer, more in alignment with where you are in life and how you want to do things and how you want things to operate. Because I feel like that this is going to be the time for you to shine, like the time for you to lead, the time for you to guide, the time for you to step up, right? And stand firm on your beliefs, because this is the only way that in this situation anything is going to grow, anything is going to expand. You are good at what you do. You do know what you're talking about. You might have went through a lot of training, education, done all of the things, hold certificates and degrees, and you got it on paper. You definitely have it internally. It's just these people are not allowing you to do you, to do the thing that is necessary for everybody to benefit from this, for everybody to grow, and for everybody to profit. But when they do, however you're going to figure out how to convince them, but when you do, not only is it just going to be like, it can bring in many celebratory moments, right? Because you're going to show them technically how things can be done and how it's going to be profitable. That the old way was probably costing more with all the double work and going back and having to do things over, because just this something is just not working out, right? And they just won't listen. Listen, so we can get here, so we can start seeing the profit, so we can be overflowing with the abundance and everything else, the business, the whatever this is, and however this is related to your situation. You are very knowledgeable. You have what it takes, and this has the opportunity to be bigger and better than it's ever been, whatever this is, if you're giving your chance. Okay, there may be somebody who's in the middle, Okay, that can help negotiate getting this thing off the ground, or getting this thing positioned to transition into newer times, newer processes, newer thinking, and so that it will fit with the times, fit where you are, be more aligned with how you need things to go for you. Okay, and if not, help is on the way. Somebody does see your value, somebody do see your worth, and somebody absolutely see what you're talking about, and they are ready to grow, they're ready to expand, and they're ready to profit. So what do? Here you are, ready to lead, ready to guide, ready to take charge. You're ready. You ready. But I just feel like that they're not gonna go down without a good fight. Okay. And maybe you're at the point where you no longer have any fight left. Okay. So that definitely can be a thing, but hey, you get it. You see this. You see it. They just don't. They need to let it go. I feel like that this is all about power. Okay, this is all about power. And again, it could be you versus elders, okay, in this situation. And them just holding on to tradition, or holding on to, they don't want to release the power. They don't want to step down. They don't want to hand over. And that's what the problem is. So there's definitely going to have to be some negotiations done. Again, I feel like that there's a third party here that's there to help regulate and lay out all the technical terms on how to do this, but it's just not going to be easy. Okay, well, that was a quick message for those in the collective that this resonate with. You are definitely up against the old, the old. And it doesn't necessarily have to be people. Oh, like I said, processes, ways, rules is something. It's outdated. It really is. It's outdated, and it needs to be brought up to the times. So let's get the final words out here for the collective. 333 is down here. So what that means for you in this moment, but it's definitely tied to growth and development. It really is. Let me tell you something here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we do have accelerated motion. I do feel like that with the negotiations and things like that, once everything finds some common ground and things of that nature, then it's going to move quickly into the new. But and if that is a indication that I just gave, is getting to the new. Okay, so here's the thing. The old ways, it's sad and isolated. Okay, it's the not wanting to relinquish power. It really is. That's all that it is. This energy feels like that they are sacrificing, handing over the ranks. That's all it is. And they're also looking at all that they're sacrificing, or all that they feel like that they sacrificed, but they're not looking at what sacrifices you made. It's like it's only a one way look at my situation, look at my circumstances thing going on, okay? But don't you forget the sacrifices that it took for you to get here, okay? And where it's going to take you into the future, or along the way, or where you need to go. Just remember that when you're handed over this power, that it is a well-deserved reward for you, okay? It was worth the fight. It is worth the fight. And it is worth for you to be there, to receive, to be handed the keys, to be handed the authority and the respect that comes along with that. You know what I'm saying? Because this may have felt like it was getting a tad bit disrespectful, how it's been going on, or how the old way is conducting themselves. All right. But nonetheless, once all of this accelerated motions get to going, right? And everything is handed over to you, make sure to always find balance, okay? Balance it all out. Work, lifestyle, life, finances, education, fun, family, just make sure because you sacrificed to get here, right? So it's time to pull it all back together, right? Bring it all back, make it whole again or make it healthy again, make it, you know what I'm saying? Because when you was doing all the sacrificing and when you out here proving and trying to get things to going and stuff like that, there was a lot of stuff that you have had to give up, and a lot of that was time for everything else that you had going on in your life. So get back to that, get that balanced out, and congratulations in your new role with your new power, with your new authority, oh, whatever that is. But it's been a long road. It's definitely going to be beneficial, and just look forward to all the other great people that you'll get to work with now. That'll be available to you to assist you in your greatness and things of that nature. Just know that you can and you will be able to look to them for continuous learning, continuous growth, and expansion and things of that nature. So hang in tight. It's coming. It's coming. They're gonna let it go. It's gonna get let go, and you just be ready when it's time for you to take over the rankings. So with that being said, I'm not worried about y'all. I know y'all got this. You're talented. You are talented. You It's well deserved, and you do definitely have what it takes. And until next time, I love you. I love you. I love you.